CJ, you had a bit of a rest this weekend ahead of the biggest week in Irish rugby.
Yeah, we got a bit of a race. We trained on Thursday as a group up here in Carlton House, but yeah, it was a good race. But I would have been, I'm jealous not being involved the weekend. I think the Munster boys stepped up. I think it's a bit too soon to talk about that match to the boys, but I enjoyed the weekend off and enjoyed to watch some rugby at home.
And massive challenge this week, obviously playing New Zealand in Chicago. Historic game for both of us.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I heard there's a lot of Irish support today, and I heard there's a lot of Irish tickets sold to Irish supporters, and I think it's a great challenge. We're excited for this challenge. We know what we can do as a group and what we've worked on and what we can improve on, And I mean, playing against New Zealand out there, it's going to be, as I said, a great challenge. So really a lot of excitement and looking forward to it.
And a couple of weeks later, we have them here again in the Guinness Series and then Australia as well. How important is it to be measuring yourself against those top teams?
Yeah, you have to train the way you want to play every week in and week out, And if you challenge yourself against the best in the world, what more do you want, And I think going out there in Chicago is going to be a great challenge, but going back to the Viva in 2 weeks' time is going to be a special one. That's the one I'm looking forward to. I watched the last one on TV and I quite enjoyed it. So hopefully I'll be on the pitch to experience it.
Josh, you made a brief appearance at the weekend, about 10 minutes there for Leinster. How are you feeling after the match?
Yeah, feeling good. It's a bit rusty coming on or something, but no, it was good to get the win. It was kind of good to get after a very good Connacht side, and they were obviously beat us in the final last year, so it's good to get the win. And
a couple of days later you have to park it all now because you and the Connacht lads are here in the Ireland camp getting kitted out.
Yeah, we're all friends again now. Getting our gear now. It's always a very exciting day. Probably the best day apart from game day, really.
It sort of brings it home to you, doesn't it? This is the start of a very big week playing New Zealand in Chicago.
Yeah, it's massive. It's as big a game as they come, really. Just building up to that now. It's very exciting.
In terms of your own hopes and objectives, obviously there's plenty of competition. There's some pretty big boys in our back row. What are your hopes and objectives this week?
I suppose train as well as I can, get the detail sorted as early as I can, and then see where that takes me. Try and do as well as I can in training, and then it's up to the coaches then who he selects. But just do as well as I can, I suppose, prepare as well as possible.
It's a huge month for us. New Zealand twice, Australia and Canada as well in between. How important though is it to be playing the likes of New Zealand and Australia, those big teams?
Yeah, it's really what sets the benchmark. They're the best teams in the world, and you want to be playing them as often as you can, and they're the teams you want to beat. So it's very exciting.
Josh, best of luck for November.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
All right.